Hey everyone. Yeah, today it's Saturday, the last day in June. Going to get my hair cut and everything, so. But you know, as you can see there, normally I don't do this but on rare occasions, but it's kind of but as you can see the title, it's what ticks me off, or pisses me off, or whatever you want to call it. And you know what really ticks me off now? It really pisses me off? DMVs. Now, I understand the people there gotta do their job and everything, but my God, you think a DMV would have enough people ready to take on the customers, or ready to take on those that need to get a driver's license, a learner's permit, renewal of the driver's license, or whatever other kind of renewal of the bus license or the whatever license, or in my case, get their California ID, or state ID I should say. You think they would have enough people? Now, I completely understand that they suggest you call ahead, get an appointment for a day or so afterwards. I can understand that, but still, they should realize that some people will not do that. Some people will say, you know what, here's my plan for the day, and I'm going to stop, and by the way, I'm going to leave this open right here for DMV. Or they're going to have a plan for the day, one of them going to DMV, and they don't have to schedule. Now, if you don't schedule, of course, what happens is you wait in a line. Now, we all know it all depends on when you schedule it. Well, not when you schedule, but when you show up at the DMV, how much of a wait you gotta do, or you gotta stand. How much of a wait you gotta stand. And sometimes, if you get there almost like when the DMV opens, you won't have to wait that long, and you'll be out, in and out the door just like that. However, there are times when you do go to the DMV, and you got a long line you gotta wait in, and sometimes that line might go fast, but then you gotta wait, and then after you get your number and everything, after you fill out your paperwork and stuff and get your number, you gotta wait till your number's called. Now here's what pisses me off, folks. The fact that they don't have this organized. They don't have it organized. Let me explain. When you have somebody calling a number, or you have an automatic thing calling your number, they first of all should have sections alphabetically cordoned off. In other words, here's your G section, here's your J section, here's your K section, here's your B section, your A section, your C, your D, your E, your F, whatever. They should have it separate, cordoned off. In other words, when they call G, in other words, by making them alphabetically, it at least gives people an easier time and easier access and faster service. It would give them faster service if you would have it letterized. I have one section of the office, letter G. Other sections of the building, you get the idea, is cordoned off into different alphabetical locations. Make it easier and everything. Instead of you just going from one area to another and waiting for your number, your letter number, if you will, to be called. I mean, I sat and stood there in that building for almost 20 minutes straight, and not once was a G number called. I mean, it was called like it was called once, and in 20 minutes, for about 20-something minutes, it wasn't called. Now I'm thinking, what the hell? Now, I get the fact that some people take their time and they have questions, or maybe they have more paperwork that needs to be filled out. I completely understand that. But still, if the DMVs would just have the sections cordoned off alphabetically, it would make service faster. So in other words, when somebody with the number of, let's say, G025 gets called, then the person with G026 could get called as well at the same time and be like right next to the person. But do they do that? No. It's always go to this window, go to that window. And like I said, you're telling me you can't cordon off different windows alphabetically? You can't say these windows are for G section, for the G numbers, these windows are for the F numbers, and blah blah blah? You can't do that? I mean, seriously, folks. You know, and seriously, and people wonder why those that come out of the DMV sometimes, depending on where the DMV in your state is located, or located closest to you, they wonder why people come out with pissy attitudes. I had an old man behind me, and he was saying, he and another guy were like saying, man, they should have more people out there because of the service. I mean, I was in there from basically about 11:25, and I didn't get out until almost 2 o'clock. Now, I understand, I understand I should have made an appointment, but still, that doesn't make up for the fact that even they should understand people are going to come in that don't schedule appointments, and people that come in will have other plans possibly, and they don't want to wait so many freaking hours. Again, they should understand that. But, I don't know, hopefully they will improve. But the thing is, right now, that's what ticks and pisses me off. DMVs. And I'm sure I'm not the only one here on the YT that feels that way. So for any of you that feel the same way, commentate. Please video response if you like. Commentate if you like. Or comment if you like, video response if you like. Tell me what you think. Do you agree or do you disagree? Tell me what you think, and I'll talk to you all later. I'm going to go get my haircut.